kind of addressed it, but what it means to still, even if it's not the NCAAs, to be playing this time of year.
Well, we look at it as it's postseason. It's a very prestigious event, very prestigious tournament. Lots of tradition-rich programs playing in the NIT, and we're going to be playing on March 24th. And when you're doing things right, that's what you're doing. You're playing deep into March, and so from that standpoint, we're glad to be doing what you're supposed to be doing. And if you're an elite program, top 20 program, which we've talked about building here at Mississippi State, teams come and go, top 20 teams come and go, but programs are here to stay year in and year out. They're playing this time of year. And Martha and Savannah, these two young ladies have been a big part of that, and they're kind of the veterans on our team, to be honest with you. Our junior class is probably our heavy class. We only have 2 seniors, and so we are excited to still be playing this time of year. We want to keep playing.
Talk about Southern a little bit.
Man, they're really talented. Point guard's outstanding, really good player. Sees the floor well, gets her team involved. Well, when she's got it, you better get ready, because she's either going to make the pass that leads to the shot, or she's going to be shooting it. And so you got your hands full with her. And then the 4-player, she had 27 on us the first time and was just really a difference player for them. And both those kids are a load. They're hard to deal with, and then they have a great team concept. Joy Lee does a tremendous job with them. And like I said, they're a smart, heady group. They're a veteran group. They've been winning a lot of ball games here lately, and they've had one heck of a year, 27-6, I believe. And so they're a formidable foe. I can tell you this: we don't feel like we got much of a break with the bracket. We've run into 2 pretty good teams to start with, and the rest of it doesn't look good either, whoever gets past Monday.
Faulkner's not a huge big guard, 5'6", but Clemens is a little bit taller. Can you talk about the challenges that maybe more so Faulkner, but Faulkner and Clemens present for your backcourt?
Well, I think, everything goes off Faulkner. And, she didn't play very much the first time we played them here. She got hurt. And, but I think she's the engine that makes them go. And I think everything starts and pretty much ends with her. And, you're going to have to find, probably aren't going to have one person that's going to be able to deal with her all night. There'll be some other people we'll have to kind of slide in and out on her and give some people a rest. So, to me, that's, right now, if she can stretch you and shoot the 3, she's either going to make the pass that leads to the shot, she can take you off the bounce and get to the rim. She's just really playing well. I think the kid's playing with a lot of confidence, and it's hard to handle good players with confidence. And usually your confidence comes from a good skill set, and she's got one.
Savannah, talk about your game the other night. It just seemed like you were a little more aggressive going to the basket and doing some things. Just talk about your progression really all the way through the season, and then what it's brought you to this point.
Throughout the season, all the coaches have told me that my game was to attack. And throughout, preseason, it was pretty much easy to get to the basket. Then when I got to the SEC, my goal was to get 10 and 6 every night, which is hard in the SEC because everyone's physically built. Everyone's pretty much stronger than me. But this last game, Coach Alwal was in my ear constantly about attacking the goal and being more confident with my shot. So I took big pride in what she was telling me and just brought it out to the game.
Martha, Coach Schaefer mentioned that the last 2 practices have just been different. Can you explain that? Why the team's been more focused?
I think we're more focused because we want to make it farther in the tournament. We don't want to just be here for 1 or 2 games, and we want to make a run in there. So I think we've all bought into that and stuff, so that explains why we're more focused.
I know this may be a difficult question to answer, but you think the team, the players have reached that certain point where they realize this can be a top 20 program, and you're seeing that now?
I think so. I think we're finally seeing it. I mean, like my freshman year, my sophomore year, I would never think that we would ever get to postseason. And when these coaches got here, whatever, they worked with us, now we're there. So we know we can make it, and we're a really good team we want to be, so, yeah.
Savannah, can you talk about the challenge that Faulkner and Clemens present for you and your backcourt mates and all of your teammates? But since Martha's not going to be out in the perimeter guard, it might be one of you. So.
The first time we played him, I was guarding Faulkner first. Unfortunately, she got hurt, and I was really looking on and taking that challenge. But this time, I'm starting on her again, and I just really look forward to seeing her of like Valencia McFarland at Ole Miss. She's sort of kind of like that, but she's more smart. She can also make the assist and all that, but I'm just looking forward to taking this big challenge.
Coach, can you talk about, Savannah, you talked about her motor all year long, but has she taken it to another level, you mind?
To be honest with you, her motors run pretty heavy all year, you know, and again, that's why we recruited her. We recruited her and Dominique because of their motor, because of their energy level, because of their toughness. They're both physical kids, and they have fulfilled exactly what we needed, a competitive spirit that we were really missing, I think, from last year in some aspects. And so they have been exactly what we needed them to be, and then I think and then some in some cases. They've had obviously some outstanding ball games, and Savannah continues to be, you know, I think her and Dom probably are the two that people can identify with and enjoy watching because they're on the floor, they're after loose balls, they run. And I think that's right now what we're doing a really good job of, is we're getting out in transition a little bit better than we have all year. And but it all keys off your defense. If you're taking a ball out of the net, it's hard to get out and run.
I didn't realize that they had 28 turnovers in that first game. Part of it might be because Faulkner only played limited minutes, but how important do you think that will be Monday to dictate tempo with the kind of defense that you want to play and maybe force them into some mistakes?
Well, first thing gets my attention is they had 22 fast break points against the ball, and so we're you know, we're a little concerned about their ability to get out in transition. And but I think that for us, it's been a key all year. We got to turn people over. That's part of our offense, is getting out in transition off of turnovers. And so we've not been a good field goal percentage defensive team all year. Our three-point field goal percentage defense has not been good all year. And as the girls will tell you, we talk about in the locker room all the time, we are who we are. So it's not, and we continue to work on it. But so I think for us, we've got to turn people over and you know, try to get out and run a little bit. These kids got to have big games tomorrow night. You know, both these two need to play well, and they know it, and as all of us do. But you know, it's pretty much starts with these two.
Coach, every team's postseason journey is a little different. A lot of teams go into the season and they're really going for that national championship. I guess you've already talked a little bit about this, being thankful for being playing this deep in the season, but what does this NIT mean to you?
I think it shows progress for our program. You know, I think it's part of the progression of building here at Mississippi State. You know, with the young ladies that we inherited, you look at Martha, 5 points a game. As a freshman, we got here last year. She ends up being second team All-SEC. This year, she's first team All-SEC. She's co-defensive player of the year. She just, you know, really is coming into her own. But I think what is satisfying from our coaching staff standpoint is we went and recruited 3 freshmen. 2 of them are starting. We recruited her off the Junior College National Championship team. She's a starter. So we've got 3 new starters in the mix. And then Katara Chappell plays 20 minutes. Her and Bree pretty much split time. So, you know, that's what you want, is to make sure that when you're going out and you're recruiting players that you don't miss. And I don't think we missed on any of those kids. I think they're everything we needed and then some. And so for our program to go from 13 and 17 to now we're at 20 wins at this point in our career, in their careers, and to come to develop these young players that we inherited, plus the new ones that came in, and the chemistry. We've pretty much had chemistry from the get-go. And so I think it's very rewarding, and again, I say this all the time, the best is yet to come.
Martha, can you anticipate or imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow. I know it's a postseason game, but you're playing a rival who knows that they had their best player play only 8 minutes, and they're coming here. They probably don't want to come here. They'd probably much rather be in Hattiesburg. But do you have any sense of how intense it's going to be tomorrow?
I think if we play the way that I know we can play, we'll be just fine. But the thing is, like, our first time we played them, they didn't have Jamira, and it was still a close game. So with her, I think it's going to be a different ball game tomorrow. It's going to be close, and they're going to be ready. They're going to be hungry. Like, they're not scared of us at all. So they're going to come in here ready to fight us. So we have to put the fight right back to them. But they'll be ready for us, but we're ready too. So I have confidence in them.
And they had a heck of a year. Truth be known, they probably deserve to be in the NCAA tournament. You know, they can't help it that they play in a league that doesn't, you know, didn't get more than one. But at the end of the day, they're pretty doggone good. And like I said, Joy Lee's been doing it a long time. Win 27 games, I don't care where you are, what league you're in. They've had a heck of a year, and they're hot. And that's what you do. This time of year, I told them, going into postseason, hey, let's get hot. And that's what happens. You get teams that get hot all of a sudden, and next thing you know, you're winning 3 or 4 in a row, and you're right there. So we're trying to get hot. They are hot. And so we fully anticipate, number one, we anticipate a great crowd tomorrow night. We'd be really disappointed if we didn't have one. I think we're going to have one. Our crowd was really good Thursday night. It was loud. They were into it. And then, you know, I think we'll be ready to play, and I know they will be too.